and meet. We've talked about it a lot. We have Enterprise Florida, we have, various organizations the Chamber has and around the state, but we still don't have the right combination. But we have great universities. Our public school system's improved. Governor Christ is fond of talking about the fact that we've moved, from the Bush era with the building of the base of the accountability in our schools from 36th to 10th in the nation. Now, that's not good enough, by the way. We need to be number one, and we should never be satisfied without being number one. In fact, as we move from 18 million to 20 to 25 million and move from the fourth largest state to the third largest state, we're going to have to set the tone and the pace for the world in education, because we cannot be competitive with the new emerging markets if we are willing to sit back and stay with the same standards we've been using in a lot of our educational systems. So it isn't good enough to say we've gone from 36th to 10th, but it's good that we've done that. And the next leadership and your governor with the legislature and others have got to reformulate. A lot of this isn't money. A lot of it's how we do it. And we need to be the pioneer on doing that. But that's part of growing the state. So we look around the state today and we see the universities. There are 11. I serve on the board of governors of the university system, and I know we have every year jobs leaving this state in different ways. Not just businesses leaving, although a few of them do, but jobs in the sense that we create ideas at those universities. And they are licensed, usually in New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, and we never see the jobs that they create. Or the business starts here. And instead of it staying here, when venture capital is needed, the venture capital guys come in from North Carolina or wherever, and they say, you got to move that company here so we can oversee it. We need to stop that. We need to build our own venture capital. We need to bring it in here. We've got a magnificent opportunity to do it. We have 2 new medical schools in our state. We have synergy. You don't realize that out of the three, I think there have only been 3 medical schools built, new ones, since 1977 or something like that. 2 of them in Florida. And you look at what's happening with the ones we already have, plus that, the synergy to be a biotech capital, not just Scripps or the Burnham Institute in Orlando, but all over Florida is really tremendous. And then talk about high tech, talk about what I said earlier, and we can do that. And that's the job of the next governor, to lead that charge and grow those jobs and grow that industry and grow the economy. And the second thing, which I've already said to you, is to build that educational structure so that we're not only second to none, but we're the leader in the world. And third, we need to preserve what's out there. The environment, the beaches, the rivers, the streams, the Everglades, what makes Florida, Florida. We can't do it without that. I sit on the cabinet, we make decisions all the time about where we invest, what the legislature can give us occasionally, money for Florida forever. But we have to find new ways, conservation easements, ways to protect. When we have growth, and we will have growth, that needs to be done the right way. And it needs to be done appropriately. It can't be a no-growth state. We are always going to be a growth state, but we've got to protect what we have. And last but not least are the other 3. And they're not least, they're just intractable. And my pledge to you is to face those issues and to solve those issues. And working as a team with the best and the brightest minds in Florida, we will. They're property insurance, property taxes, and water. If we don't face those issues now, if we don't say, I know they're difficult, we've got regional differences, special interest differences, personal differences, but if we don't come together as a state and solve those problems now, we cannot achieve the long-term goals that all of us desire for this state to be a great place for these children right out here to work and live. I want to see a day, and I believe I can see it. I have a vision for this state where our young people that grow up through our school systems go to colleges and universities here, and when they come out, they have the jobs instead of having to leave the state for them. And they have jobs that pay well. And they have jobs that are with companies and businesses that pay the revenue and the taxes without increasing anybody's taxes, that help us and will keep the infrastructure and grow this state the right way. And we can and we will do that. It's a positive message I leave you. I'm optimistic. I know the economy's down, but we will work together as a team and we'll win. And let me give you the politics of this at the end. Yes, I'm a Republican, and most of you probably are leading Republican. Harry wouldn't have you over here today. But I can tell you one thing. The next governor of Florida is going to have the power of the veto pen over congressional redistricting. Not every state is that true, but it's true in Florida. The Democrats want this state for a lot of reasons. There's national interest for 2 primary reasons. One is because of that pen. Because if the Democrat gets elected, I'm confident that Doug will be in the majority in the legislature, again on the Republican side. But if they have a Democrat governor, then with that governor will come the probability that the redistricting, at least for Congress, will go to the courts. And that's not going to be the way we'd like it. We're going to get at least 2 new seats.